After doing 0 interviews to promote it, after 0 reviews were written about it in any media outlet anywhere, after spending $0 to promote it, my new book, The War on Conservatives, made it almost to the top of Amazon's bestseller list, breaking through the top 10 up to currently number 4. So big thanks to everybody who's already ordered the book. Breaking past the top 10, I consider that to be a success. But getting up to number 1 is going to be difficult, not impossible. Hence this emergency primetime evening release. And this, despite it not even coming up in the search results until the very bottom of the page, buried under all of my old books and other people's books for some reason. So I contacted Amazon and they said, well, the algorithm will change and it'll update at some point, so hopefully that'll be fixed soon. If you missed my previous video this morning about the book launch and some of the hidden gems that you're guaranteed to find in it, you definitely have to go and watch it because I'm not going to rehash that here. But I noticed some of the comments on that video are from people who think that it's the #1 bestseller already because they go to the listing and it says #1 bestseller, but that's in the communication and media's category. Now, so far, we beat Ted Cruz, who also had a book come out today, Unwoke, How to Defeat Cultural Marxism in America, that somebody wrote for him, and he put his name on, obviously. And I'm sure that it's a good book, and he means well, but let's not kid ourselves and pretend like he actually wrote it. We also beat Rachel Maddow's book, but that's not an apples-to-apples comparison, because that came out, I think, 2 weeks ago. So just judging off of the other books that came out today, that's where the problem comes in, because Barbra Streisand, the singer, just had her memoir released today. And so did the #1 bestseller on this list, some novel, probably a young adult novel by Rebecca Yarros. Although judging from the reviews, it looks like nobody likes it. But she must be a very popular novelist because her other book, previous book, which usually happens once an author comes out with a new book, people will buy both of them if they're new to that genre, to that author. Her previous book has over 100,000 reviews on it and sits at number 5 on the bestseller list. And of course, Barbra Streisand has the help of the entire liberal media industrial complex pumping up her book. CBS News, Washington Post, Forbes, the New York Times, all of them are just praising her amazing memoir. So beating her is going to be tough. By the way, please only rate it and review it on Amazon if you actually bought it, okay? Because they do show verified reviews, and I know that some people mean well, and so they go there right away, and they give it a 5-star rating and write about how great it is. Maybe they bought it on Kindle, I haven't checked, but I know that some of these are definitely not from verified purchases, so please don't do that. I know you mean well, but don't. And just a heads up, while the book is available on Kindle, you can't order Kindle books through the Kindle apps anymore on any device other than an actual Kindle device. So no iPad, no iPhone, no Android phone, no Android tablet. And it's been like that for a while, I assume, because the App Store monopolies take like 30% of any in-app purchase, and they consider that to be an in-app purchase, and that's way too much money for them to be taking from Amazon and from Kindle. And so in order to read the book on the Kindle app, if you don't use the Kindle device, you have to literally go to the website on the browser and then order it that way, and then it will download into your Kindle app. It's ridiculous, I know, but I was wondering this myself, and I was getting screenshots from people sending me this, showing that it's not available at the Kindle app, but that's why, because they're a monopoly and they basically screw anybody with an app and try to take as much money from them as possible. And even though I hate doing interviews, they give me too much anxiety, and I always think that I suck because I can't articulate my points as well as I would always like to. I would much actually rather prefer to write books even than do YouTube videos. But I always make an exception about once a year for Alex Jones, and I will be on his show tomorrow. So even if you can't catch it live, it'll be during the last hour of the show. Even if you can't catch it live, those interviews are always archived on Infowars.com. And forgive me if I rub it into Ted Cruz a little bit, that my book did beat his today. Despite me just being a guy in my kitchen on a laptop and him being one of the most popular senators in the country and doing the entire conservative media circuit from Newsmax, even CNBC, which is not conservative media, but he got on there, and Megyn Kelly's podcast, Fox News, a Twitter space, the audio chat version of their app this afternoon, and the whole shebang. But the reason I'm making this video, it's not to brag, although I apologize, I can't help that. It's because there's a very small window of opportunity, and it's closing very rapidly, to potentially push this to the #1 bestseller spot. Usually that window is about 2 days. It's the day that the book comes out and the day after. So, like I said, it's going to be tough. We're up against some big brand names. We're up against them being promoted by the liberal media industrial complex. The #1 best-selling book on the list right now is like plastered on Amazon and on BarnesandNoble.com as soon as you just go to their websites. So it's going to be tough, but there is a chance. And if we have any chance at all, you're going to have to order The War on Conservatives in paperback from Amazon.com right now by clicking the link in the description below and checking it out.